conclusion I've come to on one of my favorite subjects, closeted gay men. And you guys can tell me if you agree with me or not, because I personally came up with this. Like, and I think it's true, obviously. So, like one of the ways you can spot a closet gay, especially as a woman, is that they're very abusive towards women for like no reason. They just are. That's just how they interact with women because women trigger them. And I think, here's my thing. So this is my theory. I think that closeted gay men are more attracted to men than most women are. At least, and I don't even know if I should say most women are not, because I know a lot of women are pick-me's and stuff like that. Like, they're more attracted to men than I am. As a straight woman, as a straight woman, I am not afraid to admit that closeted gay men are more attracted to men than I am. Like, honestly. And this is where I get this from. It's like, I think that closeted gay men, like, worship men on the same level that pick-me women do. I think they're both, like, of the same. And because they feel this way about men, because closeted gay men are so, like, male-centered, like, extremely male-centered, and, like, the most misogynistic of them all because of that, they think, like, oh, I feel so strongly and worship other men and am, like, so centered around men so much. Like, obviously not consciously a lot of the time, like, maybe subconsciously, they're like, I worship men so much. Like, I love men myself so much. Women must, like, absolutely, like, worship us. Therefore, I could get away with treating women however I want because they must absolutely worship us. You know what I mean? Because they like men so much, like, they are so male-centered, these closet gays, like, they think women must just, like, completely worship men. And it'll be, like, the most basic closet gay. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who, like, is just, like, an average Joe or whatever, just, like, an average dude. And you're wondering why he's treating you. And this is another way I can spot closet gays. Like, they treat you... like, they're, like, kind of average. Like, it's not, like, nothing wrong with being average, but they come up to you and they automatically expect to be put on this pedestal. You can tell that they're looking at you and they're thinking you're going to put them on a pedestal just because he's a man and you're a woman. Like, as a woman, you must, like, automatically put him as a man on a pedestal, And I think that's because he just views men that way. He puts other men on a pedestal because he's so attracted to them. So he thinks women must absolutely be putting him on a pedestal by default. And that's why they're so abusive towards women a lot of the time. Is because, like, they think that we worship them because they worship men, so they're projecting it. Like, they think we must really, really worship them if they worship them. Because they're projecting their attraction towards other men onto us. Because most women are straight. So that's my theory. Is that closet gay men are as male-centered as pick-me women are. And that's why they're so abusive towards women, is because they think that women are just these doormats worshiping men so they can get away with anything because they worship men. That's how they feel about men, because they're obsessed with men. They're obsessed with men as much as a pick-me woman is. That's my theory. Because, like, you'll meet one and he'll, like, expect you to look up to him for no reason other than he's a man. So that must just be how they feel about men. That's how they feel about their male comrades, is they're just, like, infatuated by men, probably because of, like, their daddy issues and stuff like that. They're just, like, very, very infatuated by men just because they're men, because they probably didn't have a male figure, a father figure growing up. So that's just how they feel about men. So they think, well, women must really feel this way about men if I feel this way about men.